Again, there's a lot of elements here working together. Not only does the player enter the darkest level yet, they'll also come up against a dark part of Daniel's memories. We've tried to have all aspects of the level work towards this goal. Hopefully it creates an oppressive and disturbing feel to it.
Let me go! I won't tell anyone, I swear! I just want to go home! No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
At first, the hunted girl sequence was just another scare, but as the story took shape, it just became a great plot point, which was this is when Daniel snapped. He does all these weird and evil things, but he tells himself the ends justify the means. But when he finally kills the girl, he just can't make up excuses anymore, so he goes mad, and as a final attempt of saving himself, he drinks the amnesia potion. Of course, the player won't realize this as he encounters this first sequence, but it becomes clear when he finds the last diary pages explaining the situation, making it all come full circle.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
July 1839, as I was...
This is another one of those contrast levels, this time calming the player down for what will happen once the elevator is finally running. The map is still dark though, giving a bit of foreboding for what is about to happen.
When I first saw the concept art for this level, I was pretty happy because I think it looked very interesting, with all the pipes coming from random places and going throughout the level. But I was also a little bit worried because it looked so time-consuming to create all the pieces and placing them in the level. In the end, I was right about that because it did take a lot of time to make everything fit together. But I also think it was worth it because it's a very interesting looking level, and we also use the same pipe system for other levels. As for all the pipes in this level, I modeled and textured them in Maya.
14th of July,
there
what is
are
that?
26 different pieces of pipes that I made. I had to import the wall pieces used in this level into Maya as well, and make a temporary little map to check if the pipes were correct length and all. I also had to make sure all the pipes snap and align well at 0.25 meters in every axis, otherwise placing all the pipes in the level would be nearly impossible. As for creating the texture for the pipes, it was pretty easy because I went with a simple, kind of rusty metal look. And when that was done, I started with the pipe work in the level. As you can see, there are a lot of pipes in this level. After this map was done, you could say I pretty much became the plumber of the team. And for some reason, I got most of the pipe-related levels scheduled to me.
actually constructed like one at a Swedish theme park. It's not the elevator that moves, but the wall. I assume movies.
The second chapter introduces the dungeon-based set. It was designed to look older and more worn than the castle-based set. It's supposed to show the original pieces of the castle that hasn't been rebuilt over time like the newer areas. The original pieces for the set were a bit blocky due to the tiling, but as the special pieces were added you could start to build more varied levels. In the final game, we're using the dungeon-based set for prisons, shrines and sewers.
Previously in the game, it has been all about events in the past, but with these prison levels we wanted to bring it to the present, and many events experienced are happening here and now. An example of this is a prisoner being dragged off at the start of the level. Here also starts the most encounter-intense part of the game, and we were a bit unsure on how much enemies we could add. We added what we thought was enough, but after some testing and feedback, we decided to add even more. The amount of encounters experienced depends a bit on how you play the level, but hopefully you should feel constantly oppressed. Since this was the last level that this enemy has a greater part in, we did not fear overusing it either, so I think the amount of enemies here is pretty nice.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No! I won't tell! I'll never tell you!
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
You must go. Find Gabriel, the Albert, and tell him to alert the King's men.
No, you come too.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider.
But
Someone is coming. Hurry! I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
A goal with this level is trying to get the player feel a bit claustrophobic. First off, we start the level in a tight space, letting the feeling hit you directly. Then the idea was to actually decrease the horizontal view, squeezing the view together, but it became a bit problematic and we felt that the design of the level was enough. It is very dark and can be hard to find your way. Which is actually kinda surprising, since the level has a really simple design, but because of some dead ends and similar looking locations, it can be quite hard to navigate. In the end, we also put up some signs to help the player along and get the right balance between annoyance and disorientation. It's quite hard when you want to expose the player to negative feelings that we might make them quit the game. But it's a fine line to thread, and I'm sure not everybody will get the right experience, but I guess that's just one of those risks you will have to take in the interactive media.
Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time. He escaped. Where is he now? Whatever it takes.
August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. They are